right, so on the next topic, 49ers bench struggling Jimmy G during the Dolphins blowout victory over the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan did the right thing in benching him because he was struggling. And honestly, guys, ever since from the Super Bowl, like Jimmy G has not been the same player ever since. Like he has not been the same guy that, the whole media was hyping about ever since when he was in New England till now. Like right now, I felt like he's struggling tremendously. I'm not sure if it's because of the ACL injury he had a couple years back, but honestly, like Jimmy G's not the same guy that I knew back then.
Well, I think I would say a couple things. I mean, first of all, when you say since the Super Bowl, he's only played in 2 games since the Super Bowl. So I'm willing to, be a little lenient with that. But at the same time, yes, there were, some concerns. I think Shanahan, I agree, made the right call benching him. He just didn't look right. If you watched like a half of that game, like you could clearly tell, something's clearly wrong. Now, you guys know he's missed the last couple games, and maybe that had something to do with it as well. But I think when you look at the future of this 49er team, around the quarterback position, I think they're good to go with Kittle back and Mostert back, who looked good yesterday. But their offensive line is really struggling, which you don't expect. Their defense is banged up, I get it, but they got roasted by Fitzpatrick yesterday. And, the bottom line is this, man. Jimmy G, he has to step up. With the amount of money he's making, he has to be at least good. And if he's not, I don't know where this 49er team goes from here because they're paying him a lot of money. And I don't know if you guys have seen the 49ers upcoming schedule. It's tough. They play the Rams next Sunday night at home. They still have to play the Patriots. Still have to play Seattle twice, obviously. They already lost to Arizona.
Those are losses. A lot of them are losses.
So, it's interesting. It's going to be I'm curious to see how this all works out.
I would say this, man. The 49ers, or in general, is a complete asshole of an organization for not allowing Tom Brady to come on that team and not moving on from Jimmy G. I would have saw the weapons around. Tom Brady, we all know one of his biggest critiques is pressure, and obviously with an offensive line like that, going into the year, obviously it had the injuries that it had, but going into that season, we would have had a great offensive line. I would have called the GOAT and say, you know what, Jimmy G couldn't do it. Take me to the promised land. But the reality of it is, I do agree sort of with Cam. Even though it's been 2 games, it sure hasn't been a good-looking 2 games for Jimmy G. And I see in those 2 games a regress Jimmy G from that Super Bowl. And obviously, injuries do play a part into performances. But I'm glad Kyle Shanahan did what he did because the brother looked uneasy out there. The brother looked like he was in an ocean full of sharks around him, and he didn't know what to do and how to survive. That's how I look at it.
I just think, for me, I don't really know if they have a choice, where to go from here. I think they're in a kind of a fascinating situation where I think the roster around him is ready to win. I still believe that. I think Kyle Shanahan's a very good coach. It's just, if this continues, yes, I'm willing to have that conversation. And, he benched him, rightfully so. It's just next week, if you're the 49ers, who's your quarterback? It has to be Garoppolo, right? Who are you going to start? CJ Beathard?
Yeah, I agree. They put themselves in that predicament, but, it is what it is.